are back with another one. People Five Sports, myself, Benz, Caps, and SB. How you guys doing?
Good, bro. Good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good man. It was all right weekend for us anyway.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Yeah, back to work on Monday, man. Never happy.
But yeah, man, another week of Premier League action. Some decent games. Yeah, a few goals, some talking points as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's go with I guess, the biggest game of the weekend. Chelsea Arsenal 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2-0 up. Arsenal with a comeback. All right. What happened to my screen?
It's when like some ghost is standing in front of your camera or something.
What kind of... I don't even know what's going on with my screen, but...
Yeah.
Hold on for 1 second.
That's what you thinking. How was the game?
The game. So going into it, in general, the Arsenal fans were confident, but wary of Chelsea's quality because they have spent a lot of money. They have a decent manager. They come in with some decent form. We beat Man City just before the international break, and yeah, we're all confident. We haven't lost there since since Sarri was the manager, so that's 2019.
Yeah, been a minute.
So they've been a minute since we even lost there. Even when Chelsea had better players, better managers, millions and millions spent, they still haven't beaten us at their ground. So we were quietly confident with second coming back as well. The lineup was expected. Wasn't expecting to see Jorginho, but Jorginho played well in the City game. So, we've seen him play well before. We've seen him play bad before. So, yeah, can't really complain with the lineup. So from that perspective, going into the game confident, but as we know, we live close to the Chelsea area, sort of. The weather on Saturday was terrible. Terrible weather, raining all day. So when it kicked off, I think the weather played a huge part in, especially the way we wanted to play with our passing style. And so we started off the game terribly. It was so sloppy. Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Saliba all weren't making great passes, misplacing passes. Jorginho, which is meant to be there for his security on the ball, but he even misplaced the pass. So you could just tell the mindset we went into. I don't think we were ready. And Chelsea did well to stop us playing, but we wasn't playing well ourselves. We were outside of what they did. Zinchenko tried to pass it in the box within the first couple of minutes and led to some shaky moments. So we weren't really playing that well. And Chelsea were on top of us, territory-wise and feeling-wise. Like there's a term in boxing I think it's called ring generalship, where you get points for managing the fight. And Chelsea were doing that. They weren't really sticking it on us with chances, creating or cutting us open, but they were dominating the game.
The midfield were good that game.
Yeah, tactically they were good. Defensively they were pretty good, and they stopped us doing what we were doing. We had some terrible performances in the first half, man. Terrible. And I got to call out the softies.
What?
The sunshine players, the softies, the Barbies in our team.
After Odegaard. Oh, here we go again.
No, I'm starting up from the back. Zinchenko is a softie. Mr. Emotion.
What?
Mr. Heart on my sleeve. Do you see how he was screaming? He got taken off in the second half. You see how he was just screwing?
Yeah.
He's a good player, no doubt. But in this type of games, when it's the highest level of the game, highest best players, Sterling was on him. Sterling was roasting him, cooking him. He can't handle it. Sometimes he must be too ball dominant, and I feel like he has too much influence in the team, especially without Thomas Partey. Moving on to Jorginho, softy. He's a nice player in certain situations, but I think Arteta needs to read that a bit better. Once we knew he wasn't playing well first half, fair enough, he can make the mistake. There's always half time to change it. I felt he changed it too slow, and once he changed it, it took him off. Declan Rice went to DM. The game changed. Odegaard, the captain, the new Mr. New contract. once you kick him a few times, once he has a few bad passes, his head drops. He can't get it back anymore. And I feel we have a slight issue here is because no doubt he's a good player, one of the best players in the league. The problem is we have him as captain, which is all right. I think a slightly bigger problem is that we gave him a new deal to be that. I think he's the highest paid player at the club now.
Oh
Odegaard.
wow.
I don't think he's of that. If you want to win titles and you want to be one of the best teams in the world, Odegaard can't be a highest paid player.
Mm.
He can't. We've seen him go missing many times. Remember that the game against Tottenham at home, he missing. He wasn't doing nothing. Yesterday,
Yeah.
he played terribly yesterday.
Yeah. So many misplaced passes.
So, and
He looked disjointed. Like the communication with him and the forwards was just off.
And like if you compare him to like all the other top players, in the world over the past couple of years, as part of recent eras, he's talked of like he's of that level. For example, he's spoken of in the way of Ozil, and Ozil in his prime, there was no one better than him in his prime at his position, and he stepped up so many times for Madrid and for Germany, and even for Arsenal for a little bit. But I don't think Odegaard can go missing quite a lot, and we prop him up so highly, and yeah. For me though, if a good sell can come from him, I would take the money. I would actually take the money.
Oh, you're smoking cheese and butch.
But it was the EFA Odegaard on this sunny Sunday afternoon, you know.
I'm being serious because I've seen him not step up many times. I've seen him do that. I've seen him not dominate games, and he's the captain and he's the highest paid player. Declan Rice has shown more captain material in 8 games than him. Declan Rice is that guy. There's no ifs or buts about. Everyone can see he is that guy.
Yeah,
that's who you pay the most money. That's why you pay 105 million for.
Yeah,
you see what I'm trying to say. If compare his impact to see what Jude Bellingham's doing for Madrid, Bellingham is that guy. There's no ifs or buts about it right now. All I'm saying, and even yesterday, Saka stepped up in the second half. He didn't have a good first half. Second half, he came out, played well. Gabriel Saliba showed up every game. Declan Rice shows up every game. Saka shows up virtually every game. And I don't think he's of those in that ilk of players. And, again, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying he's an actually excellent player, one of the best in the league. But if Arsenal really want to go where they want to go to, and we're making him one of the linchpins or the pillars of that, he needs to be one of the best in the world. He's a shop every game. For example, if you compare Liverpool in the prime, Salah and Mane, they showed up no matter what, and Van Dijk showed up no matter what. And if we're talking of him in this ilk, he needs to show up like that for me, to that level for me. Am I? Bruno's not that guy. I don't rate Bruno though. So cool. obviously Odegaard.
Cool, yeah, just checking that you ain't lost your mind, bro.
I understand what you're saying. Because people, when people have accusations or questions about a soft player, what do they say? Can he do it on a rainy Tuesday night in Stoke? On a rainy Saturday evening in Chelsea, he went missing. The conditions weren't really the best. Chelsea, they came physical. They were a very physical team on Saturday. And Odegaard went missing. In terms of him, like selling him, and I don't think you should sell him, but you're right in a point where he shouldn't be your highest player. He shouldn't be that guy, the captain.
Saying, sorry, go on, finish.
Arsenal should just sign someone to be that guy and have Odegaard be Robin to the Batman. To be the sidekick. I don't think you should sell him. He's too good to sell, in my opinion.
I'm only saying sell him from perspective. He's upgradable. I'm saying he's upgradable. Okay. If you really had to upgrade, you can do it.
And who'd you upgrade with Odegaard then? In the world, give me name 5 players better than Odegaard in that position.
I would have a. So let me think of this.
Maddison.
Yeah, but it's not gettable. I prefer Maddison. What I'm trying to say is that I prefer more direct players there. if in like I'm not saying Bellingham, but I'm saying in that ilk of that size and physicality to impact a game, regardless of whether if it does become a physical game, you can give it back a bit.
Yeah.
And I thought Odegaard's in a place where he's very good. He's one of our best players, but he's not so good that he can't be dropped. But also, he's the captain and the highest paid player, so you can't drop him, you can't rotate him. You see what I'm trying to say? So, from that perspective, I feel like not back to the caller so much, but it's this kind of thing with Rashford too. Rashford's so good.
So what?
Rashford's so good that you
No,
can't
he's not.
bench him.
Rashford's not so good. Nah, I'm not even hearing this.
Okay. And let's say the degree. No, to to worst case scenario. Worst scenario is Bruno. Bruno is so good that he can't be on your bench, but he shouldn't.
Bruno's not good.
Wait, but for your team, yeah, he is good. He's one of your best players.
No, he's not. He's one of our worst.
All right,
We'll get into Man U. We'll get into Man U.
I also have an issue with I have a thing. I'm thinking Kai Havertz might be our best striker. He might be the one we need to start playing up top.
I don't see it, man.
Jesus is good and he's cute sometimes, but like he doesn't give us a focal point. Doesn't give something. Sometimes he needs somebody to hit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that, and especially in that kind of game, everything can't be perfect and pretty. And sometimes he plays a bit too for himself. Sometimes, like he's trying to dribble past the last man instead of just firing it across the box or taking a snapshot. So that's what I've seen. But go ahead.
Yeah, with Jesus, it's crazy because he was so industrious, but there was no production.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we're running, battling, but there was no substance to it.
I can tell why Pep wanted to get rid of Sterling a little bit, Jesus and Zinchenko especially. I can tell why, because they're not certain players. Like there's no certainty with them. I feel sometimes that Zinchenko is a good player. He's talented, but I feel like if you had Jurien Timber, and Arteta was playing Jurien Timber, playing Timber left back, would be a hell of a lot more solid. Might be a bit less progressive, but nobody's doing what Sterling did to Timber. I mean, Sterling did to Zinchenko.
Yeah.
And but you've got a good squad. They brought on Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu dealt with that side. Nobody went past Tomiyasu. And Kai came on, caused some havoc. We hit him longer a few times, and he's winning balls in the air, linking up play. And Smith Rowe looked decent. Yeah, we came back into the game. Declan Rice's goal was amazing. He curved it away from Sanchez right into the corner.
Yeah.
Saka wasn't even playing that well, but he picked it up and got the assist in the end. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's one of the worst games we played this year. Arteta made changes a bit too late for me. I think that everybody knew this stuff wasn't working, and once Kai came on, the game changed. But in the Man City game, Arteta changed it quickly and made good substitutions. Yesterday, he didn't really do that, and I thought we could have won the game if we brought on subs 10 minutes earlier. Because Chelsea, once we went long, Chelsea couldn't handle us. They couldn't handle us. And let's be also real. Outside of those freak goals that Chelsea scored with the penalty decision, it's a penalty. I don't like it. It is what it is. And the Mudryk cross shot. Outside of that, they didn't really do much to us.
Yeah, Chelsea's problem all season has been goals. Scoring goals consistently and creating chances. And yeah, like you said, the 2 goals that they scored were free goals and an unfortunate penalty. But I will give credit to Poch because, like you mentioned, SB, in the first half, tactically he got it spot on, shut down Arsenal, Gusto and Cucurella. They pretty much shut down Saka and Martinelli. They done well.
Yeah.
They kind of stuffed the middle, so Arsenal couldn't really get control of the game. Yeah, brilliant game plan.
Poch it was.
Yeah, and then they got the 2 goals. Yeah, it was a fluke by Mudryk. He didn't mean that. No way. And then I guess I don't know if he's inexperienced, but I guess Sanchez.
He's not good.
I don't know what he was doing with that. Even Raya as well. Those 2 Spanish keepers were looking a bit suspect. You can't be doing that in the rain.
Raya and Ramsdale.
They were doing elbows, so they were moving mad.
Raya, boy. He was looking shaky.
I got some views on that too, man.
But the
That-
thing is, Jid, my outlook on the game. You mentioned Poch. I think Poch is why Chelsea drew that game instead of winning, because taking off Modric and Sterling and even Cole Palmer when they were dominating the game at that point, as soon as them three came off, Arsenal got a foot in the game. So I think just as well as he did in the first half, he's the reason why they ultimately didn't win the game as well.
I can't say that because it was like it was a moment. Robert Sanchez being a bozo. It was like that particular moment, and from there it just changed the mentality of Arsenal.
I think the subs going off as well gave Arsenal a much better foot in the game because Sterling was a problem.
He was.
Modric was a problem. Cole Palmer was a problem. Took all of them off. Palmer was probably the best player on the pitch that game.
I was impressed by shout out to Cole Palmer. Shout out to him. I was impressed by him.
Like he played really well. Like once he came off, it was like, okay, cool. That danger man's gone because he's a young player, but he was playing fearlessly and he looks very composed for his age.
He does a bit too much on the ball. He's a bit too greedy and does too much on the ball right now, but he was the best player on the pitch. I have to give him that. So shout out to him.
He was good.
Yeah, that midfield looks solid. Gallagher in the first half, he looked like Yaya Toure.
No, relax. Let's not disrespect Uncle. Nah, he was doing cross country running though. He was
the first half he played well. He
can press, man.
He's Chelsea's McTominay. You know them industrious Brexit footballers here they have that game every 10 games where they play well and they look decent. That's what he is, man.
I rate Poch for using him in that way because he was playing midfield, but like he was still pressing the back line. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So like they used him to press only, which was smart. And McTominay's not really used that way, which is unfortunate for him. But yeah,
we used to use him and Fred, but now McTominay we're trying to use him further up. But let's not talk about that guy, man. Let's talk about this Arsenal game.
I have to give Arsenal credit for showing the spirit to come back.
Yeah,
let's talk about Declan Rice. Declan Rice, he had still like in the past. You know, when Arsenal were labelled as soft, Arsenal would have lost that game. But Declan Rice has added that like steely determination, that mentality to Arsenal. He got the first goal back, and his overall play, I'm impressed by him. He's looking like he's worth 100 million, which is crazy to say.
And 6 months ago, people were saying Caicedo this, Caicedo that. I'm not saying Caicedo played bad yesterday, but Rice is definitely better than Caicedo.
Yeah, you see
Rice is definitely
you see Rice's presence.
Yeah, you feel Rice in the game sometimes. Yeah. And he's a top player, man. Top player.
I don't know, man. Rice for me, I think is decent, but I feel like he's a bit of a peacock. Like you see him, but I don't really see what he does too much. But yeah, he had a good game yesterday. For me, as William Saliba and Gabriel, those two have changed Arsenal because since last season, them two coming in, there's still about Arsenal. They're not easy to get at. Before you could get at Arsenal and they're called soft bellies. But now that defense, you can't get at them. You have to be a special player to beat them too. Because Saliba, you have to be quick, strong, like dribbler. There's so much attributes you need to beat Saliba. And then you got Gabriel covering them and vice versa.
And no one's bullying Gabriel.
You're not bullying them. Like that. Those two, vital. I think their impact on Arsenal is so underrated. I love them too, man.
Yeah,
it's like they just bounce off each other so well. Yeah. It's mad.
And then if you add Tomiyasu to that left back position, we're a real big physical back line, which is good.
It's very physical.
Yeah, Zinchenko long term left back is not the plan, but it probably is why we bought Timber. So yeah, left back Zinchenko. I think he's just going to midfield. I think eventually just play centre mids.
Over who though?
And moving forward, I mean, like probably next season,
like a rotation.
Yeah, he can't be left back for much longer. He's not that quick, and he's a weak point. If you compare Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and then Zinchenko, Zinchenko is the odd man out there.
Yeah, Sterling was licking his fingers at him, man.
Yeah,
we just going at him.
Yeah, man. But yeah, good game. Good first half from Chelsea, good second half from Arsenal. And yeah, both teams have questions regarding the keepers.
Boy. At least we got two of them, though. At least we got options.
Yeah. I'll leave that. I wonder why Chelsea signed Sanchez. I never thought he was good anyway. He's just good. He's decent on the ball, but he's calamity, man. He's a calamity waiting to happen.
You know, Chelsea, they'll sign him and the next season go sign another player. It's no big deal for them.
Brighton are no mugs, man. Brighton know what they're doing. If they're not, it's either they charge you top premium money or they're selling you a bozo.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's that. Let's move to the next game. Let's do Sheffield United, Man United. So yeah, Sheffield 1, Man United 2. You know, this another
you man won though, relax.
Another mid-team that is life and death. We're battling back and forth. It's like, we're gonna win it. No control of the game, and then a moment of individual brilliance. This is Man United over and over again.
For 5 years.
Yeah. Bro, we went toe to toe, life and death with Sheffield United.
Thriller in Manila.
Bro, it took the 15th round. Lucky shot. Keeper should have saved for us to win.
Yeah. Thriller at Bramall Lane, fam.
Yo, we are awful. We are dejected. We are terrible. The football's flipping banduli football. It's suicidal football. I just want to pull my eyes out when I watch Man United. It's crap. It's so bad. And yeah, I'm 58.3% ETH out, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm over the 50% barrier. I'm over the 50% barrier, man. I need that guy gone expeditious.
What?
Like after a victory.
After victory, I just don't see what he's doing. I don't see it. I don't see anything. We gave him he came in and requested power over transfers. We gave him that power. I don't see what he's done with the players he's brought in. I don't see what his style of football is trying to be about. I don't see what he's done with the team. Him and Sancho beefing over him turning up too late or him not doing something. It's just too much. Like last season, I thought, yeah, he's that guy because he put his foot down with Ronaldo. But then in hindsight, you put your foot down with Ronaldo, but you got guys like Bruno and Rashidi. Them men are not good enough, but you won't put your foot down with them. Like, if you look at Harry Maguire wasn't performing well. You took him out of the team to strip him off his captaincy. Cool. But then Bruno and Rashidi can stink out the place for 90 minutes and they get to play the full game. So it's favoritism. I didn't like it. I don't know what this manager's about, but he's not it. He's not it. We were playing better football under Ollie. That's how bad it is. We were playing. At least Ollie was. It was exciting. There's a bit exciting sometimes. It's like, okay, there's no style of football, but we're gonna do something mad. Like we're gonna do something mad with Ollie. But with Ollie, I can remember when we played Man City and Pogba got 2 goals. That game was crazy.
3-2. Yeah.
Yeah, we beat them 3-2, and it was I can remember that Ollie performance with ETH. I can't remember a single standout performance where I'm thinking, yeah, like we were cooking. We done a madness. Spurs. Maybe the Liverpool game.
The Spurs game last season. They were 2 very good games.
I don't know, man. I'm just not rating this manager right now. But yeah, like, as much as we blame the Glazers for everything, this manager's not cutting. He's not doing his part. It was a poor performance. Glad we got the 3 points. Yeah, and that's it. But you can't be going life and death, doing punch for punch to Sheffield United. They got 14 shots, we've got 15. They had more shots on target. Yeah, we had more possession, but we didn't do nothing with it. Like McTominay got a good goal, but he had 8 touches. He had 8 completed passes the whole game. 8 completed passes the whole game for a midfielder out of 9 passing attempts. 8 completed passes. How can a midfielder try and complete 9 passes in the game?
Hey, real ballers don't need the ball to be effective in it. That's all I'm saying.
Fam, I was as effective watching it from home. How can you be a midfielder and complete 8 passes?
That's unacceptable.
That's crazy. But obviously, you got a goal to hide the stench, and that's what United do. Like Bruno got an assist to hide his stench as well. That's what they do. Like the one thing I read about McTominay is that Bruno tried to kill him with a pass, but he controlled it well and scored from it. That was suicidal pass. That ball was awful, but he did well to control it, lift it up, and then score from it. So yeah, we got lucky with the second goal. The keeper should have saved it, but League One Wes, as Paulo Di Canio called him. He
He's not good.
Yeah,
That keeper's
he's not. He's not a good
Yeah,
keeper. He should save that. He got two
Yeah.
hands on the ball and still went in.
To be fair to you guys, you got like it's a fair penalty now, but against you guys, it wasn't really. I mean, outside of that, did they play that? I mean, was he under pressure that much?
Yeah, it was back and forth. When we say back, like it was literally back and forth.
Damn.
Okay. Like I don't.
I think the thing that's annoying Man United fans the most is no control of the game.
Nothing.
It looks like an evenly matched, like two evenly matched teams going against each other. It doesn't look like Man United dominating the ball and then Sheffield getting an odd chance on a counter attack or something.
If
like
we
that.
moved the badges and the names from the kits, you wouldn't know what
Yeah.
team was Man United and what team was Sheffield United.
And that's the issue that we're having week in, week out, whether it's at Old Trafford or it's away from home. Teams are coming to Old Trafford and playing ball. It's not acceptable right now. And
McTominay is not the answer. 8
Again,
passes
like-
is unacceptable. Like you got to play academy player ahead of him. There, 8 passes. What's the mate?
it's like we keep having these circular arguments. Okay, we're not having control of the game. Okay, that's because the midfield. Okay, the midfield. Why did we sign Mason Mount for 65 million? It's like we keep saying these things over and over and over again.
It's a ridiculous conversation. Like people were blaming Casemiro. He didn't play yesterday. Same issue. Amrabat was in midfield giving the ball away. Same issue. Like what are they doing in training?
That training ground looking
What
like
are they doing? Because we're getting run through like a prostitute on highway. Bro, the midfield's just open legs, just running through, just passing the train on us every single game.
You know,
No matter who you plug in, we're getting run through.
Sorry, go on then. Go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, moving from a long-term perspective now, I think you guys got to be careful because you're looking at your squad here. Eriksen is still getting minutes in your team. Where is Eriksen getting minutes elsewhere in the Premier League? Tell me.
Brentford.
You really think so? You think he'll be playing for Brentford?
He was playing for them before we signed him.
I don't know if Brentford would choose to give him minutes. That's what I'm trying to say. Are they going to say, let's go get Eriksen in January if he's available and play him?
Yeah,
No,
right now, yeah.
Eriksen can get minutes at a lot of teams. Eriksen on the ball is still very good, but we didn't have players to cover for him. A lot of mid-table teams would take Eriksen, but we just didn't have players to cover for him.
All I'm saying is that certain teams around you guys could go past you, and you got to be careful of that long term because you got a lot of work to do in the squad still. So like, yeah, Newcastle purring, Villa looks good, Tottenham look good. Yeah, and
we're no good team.
Yeah,
individually we seem to have it's hard to say we ain't got good individual players because they go off to international football and they're sourcing and they come back to us and they're diabolical. So what is it? Like, do they not like the manager? Is there no structure in place? Like, what is going on? Because these players clearly not bad. They're international level footballers who play well for their international teams. So what is the issue? I don't know what they're doing on training. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but there's no structure, there's nothing in place. It don't make sense because you signed an out and out number 9 in Holland, but you got wingers that don't cross or past them. You've got Bruno as your main creative player. Bruno's brain dead.
That's you just reminded me that I was saying, Anthony, I wanted to see him with Højlund. I wanted to see him adapt his game instead of all this dribbling and going nowhere. Like, your first thought should be, where's my striker? And he's still playing the same way. Is that Anthony's fault or is that the manager's fault?
And that's the thing, because how can all these players, like, I've been complaining about Bruno and Rashidi for time. So everyone can see it. So why is the manager not? Why is it not changing? Why is the games not changing? Anthony, why are these players not feeding their midfielders? Like, why are they not feeding the striker? Why are they not playing a certain way? It's not just 1 or 2. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it's just all across the team.
Yeah.
Even the lower right back, he looks like he's doing his own thing half the time.
Yeah, man. And then there's so many questions. There's so many questions that need to be answered by ETH. Even this whole thing of, again, I don't like when he brings Garnacho on and he puts Rashford to the right. As soon as he puts Rashford to the right, he goes missing. I mean, why can't you put Garnacho to the right? I've never seen him do that. And what's that saying? Apparently, Rashford is one of our better players, and he's getting shifted by a 19-year-old out of his best position. Like, what is that saying?
It's saying Rashford's not good enough, but the manager doesn't trust any other player. It's favoritism because Rashford's not good enough, and he's having a 19-year-old come on to shift him out of his position. That means, like you don't trust the team that you've got. If Rashford's not good enough, bench him. Play Garnacho, bring someone else who's effective. Because when you're shifting Rashford to the right, we're playing with 10 men.
I'm telling you, he does nothing on the pitch on the right.
He's in. I don't know, but the thing, my problem is that for England, when he played on the right, he looked to right. So is he choosing not to play on the right for United? Is that something that he just doesn't want to do because he could do it for England? Or is it because there's a system of football around the team in England? So that goes back to the manager.
It's the squad, it's the squad at Man U, and you have to put it on the manager. You have to put it on the manager. This squad is there's still some new faces integrating in the team. Like this back four is a makeshift back four. Amrabat and McTom, that's still a new partnership. Amrabat's still new to the club. Anthony's just coming back, so there is a lot of moving parts, and this isn't a settled team. So I'll give him that. I'll give ETH that. It's not a settled team, and there has been a lot of injuries, but we need to see progress. And we can't keep asking the same questions, because eventually these questions are going to start turning into L's. And we're going to start, that's when bigger issues occur. I'll leave it at that. Again, every time we talk about Man U, the energy just drops.
Bro, I didn't even want to talk about it no more, but I've said what I did. I've said it about that crap.
All right. I know my screen. Let's move to the next game. Let's do Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Merseyside derby. Again, Liverpool come out on top. No real surprise. They dominate this fixture, man.
I don't think they lost this fixture. They ain't lost at home in this fixture since 2011 or something.
Yeah, they always win, and then Everton always get a player sent off. That happened again.
Like Ashley Cole, he's 37, 38. He's very experienced, so I was disappointed in him against enough. Ashley Young, not Ashley Cole. Yeah, Ashley Young. Like, you're very experienced. You should know better than this.
Yeah.
It's a big derby. Don't put them kind of tackles in, especially if you're on a yellow card already. So that was very clumsy, and then left his team with a mountain to climb when already the game is difficult as it is. And Liverpool just did what they do. Salah, great penalty, and then Nunez a good bit of play, assist, and then Salah with one-touch finish as well. I'm telling you, you remember you said Liverpool weren't going to be at it this season. They're back, man. I'm telling you, bro.
They're not back, man.
Liverpool are back.
Hey, I don't know if I'm being a conspiracy theorist or I'm just hoping, but when Salah scored both his goals, he didn't look bothered. Like, this is the Merseyside derby, and he's just like, yeah, whatever.
He knows he's leaving, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are his days at Liverpool numbered? Is he going in January?
Everyone knows, because remember, they were trying to buy him at the end of the window for like 150 or 200 M's. And I think Liverpool know they're getting that big bag coming. And he knows he's leaving. He wants to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Salah's been a great servant of the club. He's won the Premier League, Champions League, everything. So, yeah, if he wants to leave, their fans shouldn't be upset. He's produced for them. He's won everything for them. He's been a great servant. So, all the best to him. And he's still producing right now. Still getting the goals, still getting the assist, still winning games for them. That's what you want from a player.
And I think he just got another record, right? I think he scored the most league goals at Anfield or something. Or he overtook Gerrard and Kenny Dalglish or something like that.
Mm.
He's a legend, man.
I think they should start saying he's top 5 Liverpool player ever, but I know they won't.
Yeah.
They already been saying that, though.
Do they?
Yeah. Now that's Liverpool. The one they love Salah. King. Yeah, they love him.
But they're not going to put
It's the media that
Ian
remember
Rush,
that time we went to Liverpool.
Gerrard,
They love him.
Dalglish, Souness. Souness might be in their top 5.
Salah's over Souness. It's the media that
to you, yeah.
But the media wouldn't say it. It's because the media, they don't want, because obviously these men are all, you know, we know, Brexit. Yeah. They're one of their own. They're gonna put them above Salah, but we know where we're going. Salah's definitely top 5 for Liverpool, maybe top 3.
Yeah.
He's accomplished more than Gerrard.
Yeah.
It's a fact. He's accomplished more than Gerrard.
And Gerrard's top 2, so you might have to put him second after Kenny Dalglish.
Let's not get reported. Let's not get the channel reported. Liverpool fans are gonna riot.
No, I love Stevie G, man. I don't know, man. The only reason why I put Stevie G over Salah is because in those years when they weren't winning that, the impact Stevie G had, he was the wind beneath their wings. Yeah. He kept them alive. He was the only reason why people watched Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yo, Stevie G was mad.
Yeah. I watched this game. I was impressed by Gravenberch. I didn't realize he was that good.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's decent. Yeah.
Did they get him on loan or did they sign him?
Sign him.
They signed him. He's good.
For like 30 mil. It was cheap.
I'm impressed by him. He's like kind of like a new Wijnaldum. He might even be better on the ball.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he might be better on the ball than Wijnaldum. And he's just as athletic, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a good signing. Luis Diaz, he was giving Ashley Young nightmares, got him sent off. Looking dangerous. So Boxley, that's the first time I've watched him properly. He's good.
And athletically, he's decent as well. He can get around a bit as well.
It's not to the point of
not
prime Liverpool where Henderson and
but for his technique,
moving like maniacs.
He can get around still. He's not a liability.
Yeah,
he's not pretty. Like Enzo is just a pretty footballer, and that's it. No athleticism, can't get back, can't do nothing. But Szoboszlai he's pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about all these penalties, handball penalties? I think I feel some of them, the reward for the other team is too great. Like, especially for that Chelsea one. How can Mudryk just head the ball and head the ball that was going wide, and then get a penalty from it and get a goal? And then even with the United one for Sheffield, crossing the ball, and then it's just a penalty. Probably would have ended up in nothing. I feel like the penalty. Well, that's the wrong word to use, but the advantage is too great to be given penalties that easily. That's what I'm trying to say. It's always a guaranteed goal, basically, for nothing. Something that happens 100 times a game.
It's difficult, man, because like when the ball hits someone's hand, it's potentially preventing a clear-cut chance. Like whether it's accidental or not. So I can see why the pen's been given, but at the same time, a lot of it's like, what can I do? I'm jumping, I'm using my hand to jump.
Yeah.
And it happened to hit my hand.
Yeah, it has a big impact on league positions as well. And there was 3 this week. I feel like that Liverpool one, I don't think, what's he meant to do? His ball got blasted at him.
And then, like, why is your hand like all the way up and out like that though? That was for me. His hand was in an unnatural position. It was way out from his body.
It's a techie debate because it's one that's been had for years. So
yeah,
what can you do?
And really.
If you try and say a handball in the box should be an indirect free kick,
I don't think it's always been a debate. I think it's been more of a debate because it's resulting in penalties. It wasn't always resulting in penalties. We use like generally common sense before.
Yeah,
do you see what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
Now you got managers like Klopp. Like a lot of these managers are putting a lot of pressure on these referees, and there's a lot more money in football now because these are the kind of things that will cost a team millions. So you can't really afford to lose out on that sort of money to a handball or what. It's just all about money. Because imagine you don't get a penalty that you felt like you deserved. That penalty, if you scored that, you could have won the game and got 3 points, and that 3 points difference between Europa and Champions League football, that's 100 million. You are going to be pissed.
But
they think it could be flipped though, because say Klopp, say it happened to Van Dijk, then he'd be like, oh, he didn't mean it, or what can he do?
That's the thing, but there's a lot of money in it because then that could impact another team beneficially as well. So it's something that's going to be techie.
Yeah, but you are right. They are giving it now more.
What I'm trying to say is that penalties have so much of an impact in the game. It's basically a guaranteed goal. I'm trying to say, if someone crosses the ball and touches your hand, does that need to result in a goal? That's my point. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
I think they should do it in a way where, like, Mudrik's header, that wasn't going on target, so that should be the free kick. If it's a clear prevention of a goal, like the ball was going in, or the ball was going in the path of a striker, and they're going to tap it in, then you give it a penalty. You look at the flow of the movement of the ball. Where is it going?
That opens kind of worms now. That everything needs to be looked at properly for time. Was it going on target? What was going to happen? It's just I know it's a blanket approach now, and that's probably the best way to do it. But it's just so harsh.
I think I'll be fair. What how you just described it, El Caps. I think
of course.
Yeah.
Because if it's going on target, then penalty because you prevented it. But if it's not going on target, indirect free kick.
But at the same time, clear cut. You see, when someone fouls someone when they're 1-on-1, that's not a shot on target. Someone can say, but that's not a shot on target.
It's not a shot on target, but that they were clear through. They were going through. If you didn't prevent them, they would have gone through and had a shot on target or an opportunity to create a goal. So that I understand. And I'm saying with that if like with Mudrik's one, the header, there was no strikers around him, no one around him. The header was going that way, was going off target. And you could say he wasn't scoring anyways, indirect free kick. But if there's like a player coming in line with him, maybe he's heading across the box and the defender hits it, then you could say he prevented the opposing player coming in to finish the ball off or something. Penalty. But it's just techie. It's too much.
But I think we're missing one good point is that in order for it to be deemed a handball, they have to say the hand was in an unnatural position.
Yeah.
And all the majority of the time it's in a natural position. Where else are you meant to put your arms or your hands?
The things you're like,
that's the worst part about it.
What's unnatural to you might be natural to me. Like, look at the way Sterling runs. Like, is that natural? Like, people got different movement types. So how I might jump might be different to how you might jump. So as much as you can train someone, that's your natural jumping motion. So if I'm jumping like that and my hand,
that's true.
So it's crazy because then that means everyone has to jump a certain way. You can't coach that. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So it's mad.
That's true, yeah, man. Good result for Liverpool, Everton.
It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
They've been playing well recently.
They have.
But
results.
For that penalty, they could have went on to draw that game.
I don't see where goals are going to come from on a consistent basis at Everton. I just don't see it. I think the top goal scores Abdullah Doucouré, a DM that they've shifted into like some 10. If Abdullah Doucouré is your 10 and one of your biggest goal threats, you have big problems.
This isn't 2014, 2015 at Watford. This Watford days.
For real. But he's been doing well though. He's been their best player this season.
Ooh. United City next week, Sunday.
Don't remind me.
We're going to be baptized in holy water.
Let's talk about Man City. Let's go to them. 2-1 victory against Brighton. Yeah, just a routine win, basically.
I think that game, they played well. They did enough for City, but then in the end, it got a bit hairy.
They had a kanji sent off, innit?
Yeah. I feel they can win games in cruise control, and that's what they did. And Brighton, they're no way as good as they were last year. No way.
Nope.
No way as good. No way.
Shout out to Doku. It's fine. We saw like the good, bad, and ugly of Doku.
Yeah.
You saw the good, like the assist. 1-on-1, he against certain defenders, he's unstoppable. You can't do anything. But there's other times where he's falling over the ball, he's making poor decisions. So yeah, he's good. He's a young player. He's still got a way to go. So yeah,
I respect. It's actually quite telling that he starts ahead of Jack Grealish and what Pep thinks of Grealish now.
Yeah, it's true. Grealish.
I don't think Pep rates Grealish. I'll be real. He doesn't rate him.
He don't.
I'm telling you, he's pissed off with Grealish from the whole drinking saga because he took attention away from the achievements. Because all summer was just about Grealish, not what the team did.
If you think about the top players he's managed in the past, Messi, Iniesta, Henry, Etu, Xabi Alonso,
Robin,
Ribery. Did he manage Ribery?
Yeah.
Robin, Ribery, Thomas Muller. You don't see them acting like Jack Grealish.
No.
Yeah, because that if I'm Pep and Grealish did that to me, that would suggest to me he's not the kind of player I want moving forward because he's celebrated like that's it. I've reached my football pinnacle. There's nothing else to it. Exactly. Whereas Pep he's not that kind of manager. He's always what's the next target. But Grealish's celebration was like, yeah, this is the pinnacle. Life is never going to get better than this. And that's not a good message to send. So he didn't like that, man.
Exactly. That's so true. And yeah, we're seeing it. We're seeing it, man. Because he's been at clubs like Bayern Munich where winning is the expectation.
And they've won trebles. He's won trebles. He's won quadruples. He won 6 trophies in one season with Barca.
And he's still hungry. He's still going after it day after day, season after season. And you got Grealish here drinking he's about to retire.
Himself half to death. Because remember that season when he won 6 trophies with Barca? That very next season they came back again. Like there was they weren't moving mad. They came back here the following season. Again. They kept coming.
Yeah.
He doesn't like players to be moving mad and stupid. That's not how he plays football.
Yeah. And then Doku's like young, hungry, impressionable. Like, it's the perfect kind of player. And yeah, we'll see how Grealish responds to this.
I like Grealish. I think he's a very good footballer. But I think he's shown his arse a little bit with his antics this summer. And he's got a long way to go to work to gain the manager's trust.
To be honest, I don't think... How old is he? Like 25, 26?
Might be older,
Might be like 27, you know.
28. Grealish. He's 28.
He's not trying to be the best player in the world.
And let's be real, he's made it. He made it, man. He's
made it. Getting paid 200 plus a week.
Won everything now, so he's done.
Yeah, so he's going to be phased out slowly.
Slowly.
Well, he came on. I'll give him credit. He came on today. He came on against Brighton. But yeah, he's going to be phased out and probably sold in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think one of the issues, he hasn't enough production for him to keep Doku out. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Because Doku's got production numbers and he can't leave out a guy producing numbers.
Yeah. And the thing was, people it got to times where Man City were looking to create one-on-ones for Doku. They were trying to set it up. With Grealish, I don't think with Grealish on the pitch, let's set it up. Go on the right side and then switch it so Grealish is one-on-one. They're not looking to do that. Doku's only been playing for 4 or 5 games and they're really already playing for him. So, yeah, Grealish, boy. But yeah, good victory for Man City.
I like that. From Brighton, that Babella guy. Is it Baleba?
Yes. Baleba, yeah. He made that mistake for the second goal.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, his athleticism and he can carry the ball. He looks all right.
Yeah, he's what they needed.
Yeah,
because before he was playing, that midfield had no athleticism whatsoever.
Yeah,
and they showed some fight at 2-1. But yeah, Man City, one of the best teams in the country, so it is what it is. Before we move to the next thing, I want to talk about Foden.
I haven't seen it.
What's going on with Foden? He's not that guy yet. In this country, we're talking about him as a generational talent, one of the best players, young players in Europe. He's going to be the face of England. You know, we were talking that talk about him. I remember even last season, really, Steven Gerrard said he's the
That's
best
biased,
young
though.
player in Europe or the best talent in Europe.
The thing with Foden, he hasn't gotten better in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He plays too fast. Like, he has no control to his game. Like, he's always going 100 miles an hour when he gets the ball. So there's no finesse, there's no control. And a player like that, he's just going to burn out. He's not the quickest. He doesn't leave. I think SB was saying this when he was in Liverpool. No, in Birmingham. Like, he doesn't leave gaps when he's dribbling. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see no improvement in his game. Like, he's not the greatest passer. He's not fast. His end product isn't the greatest. And he just hasn't gotten better at anything. In the last 2 years, what have we seen from him that you could say he's gotten better at this? He hasn't.
Let's frame the conversation properly. Foden is an amazing player. Foden is quality.
I don't think it's amazing. I think it's good.
Foden can start for anybody in the world. He really can. Foden can. Foden, that kind of quality of player, but I don't think he excels enough
at anything
to like have a stamped on position. Like Saka is a better winger than him, and Foden's not really a winger, nor is he midfielder. You see what I'm trying to say? I don't know what he is.
Yeah,
but he can shoot. He's still got decent end product, but he's not Bellingham level end product. He's not Salah end product. He's a bit of everything, but he's a good player. I can't knock.
I think the problem Foden's facing is that he's at a club where if you don't produce it out, so when he gets his chance, he's trying to do too much.
No, I feel it's that he's in a club where they don't really need him, so he hasn't been forced to improve. Yeah. They haven't really ever had to rely on him. Like at one point, Saka, if Saka didn't improve, we weren't doing shit. So.
Yeah. I think they've had to rely on him in spots when it's like someone got injured or something. But yeah, it's not like, okay, this season, like Haaland, we need goals. We're looking to Haaland. Foden is like they're not looking to Haaland for anything. I mean, for Foden for anything. Rodri, they're looking to Rodri to like hold the midfield, link the play between like defense and midfield, all of that. Yeah. Foden, they're not really looking. Man. And yeah, I think he's a bit like Cole. He's a bit like Cole Palmer in my eyes. He's a bit too greedy, and his decision making at times is off. I would like to see him.
Showing he'll get rid of you if he's not on it.
Yeah,
I think he'll shift Foden next summer.
Yeah, I'd like to see him move. I want to see him move and be in a position where, okay, we're going to build a team around you. You're that guy. Because let's see, because you, like I said, there's all this talk about he's the best young talent in Europe, generational and all of this.
But what team would you see him move to?
Boy, that's
the thing. That's the thing.
I don't want that guy anywhere near United.
Nah, he would never come to Man U. That's the thing. The team.
I need someone like Barcelona, Madrid. That's it.
But he's not good enough for them teams.
And it would be the same situation like at Man City. Maybe like, I don't know, Tottenham or.
That's too much of a step below.
No, but Tottenham are competing for Champions League as well. So
I think that's the right step for him.
Why would you go from Man City to Tottenham? Manchester born and bred.
Where else are you going to play?
You stay at Man City.
And be this big player for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fair enough. Like, if he does that like, I have no complaints, but everyone around him, the media should stop hyping him up and saying he's this generational talent when he's never been the main player for Man City for a whole season.
Yeah. I remember like season 21-22 season, where Arsenal finished 5th. I remember Foden won Young Player of the Year, and I was pissed off Saka didn't win it because Foden only played like 25 games and Saka played all 38 games and still didn't win it. But I still rate the guy though. I still rate him.
No, he's a top player, don't get it wrong. The thing is, the thing I don't like is when you criticize Foden, the first thing people will do, he's won Champions League, he's won this, he's won that. I'm talking
He's
about him,
never
the
he's never
individual player.
relied upon. Never
He's
relied
never
upon.
been relied upon, and he's
Yeah.
like you said, El Cats. He hasn't improved in the last 2 seasons.
That's my issue with him. Like, I think he's a very good player, but I'd like to see him improve. Like with Saka, you've seen improvement every season. You've seen it. Like Foden you could say Foden potentially should be better than Saka, but he's not.
And if you look at Julian Alvarez is starting to take up that responsibility of scoring the goals.
Look at Alvarez. He's coming now. He's that guy.
Yeah. He's overtaken Foden.
He's that guy. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I remember those Foden Saka talks.
Them tools don't exist no more.
Bro, yeah, no one should even open them up and bring that debate up anymore. For Saka's clear.
Yeah, like ability-wise, Foden should be clear, but Saka's clear.
Saka's clear. And Foden won't catch up. Foden will not catch up. I'm telling you now. It's too late. That ship has sailed. Saka will be ahead of Foden for the rest of both of their careers.
I think the one thing Saka's done is he's developed intelligence to his game. Like we were saying the other time, Saka knows when to pick his spots to play and impact the game.
Yeah, he's
Foden when he gets the ball, just trying to do 100 things at once. Saka knows when to keep it simple, when to cutting. He's got that cutting and crossovers left. That's just bread and butter for him now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying now. I wish other members of the media will call Foden out like we're calling him out. He's to see something happen, man, because it feels like he's just going to float throughout the rest of his career. And
he's their Brexit baby. They won't say that in turn.
And just be satisfied with what he's doing.
Because he's got the talent.
His potential.
He's got the potential to be an amazing player, but he's just drifting, man. It's a shame because you have to look at your peers. Look at Bellingham. He's gone on. He's moved to he challenged himself, moved to Germany, did his thing. Now he's moved to Madrid, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like flipping, what's his name? Musiala at Bayern, moving mad. Saka at Arsenal, moving mad.
Who would you rather have, Odegaard or Foden?
Odegaard. Every single day.
Come on.
You didn't understand how much I rate Odegaard. I love Odegaard. I think he's sensational. I didn't rate Foden.
If Foden and Saka on the same wing, that is on the same side, Foden and Saka. No. No.
That is a tough one.
Foden's better than Odegaard.
Better than Odegaard in what?
Everything, I think.
Right, that statement messed up El Cat screen.
My camera shut up. I couldn't believe it, bro. My goodness.
That is a tough one. Odegaard or Foden.
That's not a conversation to be had. Odegaard I think he's clear of Foden. I think Odegaard is clear of him. He's such a good footballer.
Sometimes Foden does stuff and thinking, wow, only a few players in the world can do that.
Yeah. He's dynamic. He's more dynamic than Odegaard. Yeah,
way more direct.
And more direct. But Odegaard's game is more polished. He's got more control to his game. He's got more intelligence to his game.
That's the thing. I don't think Foden can't potentially control the game like Odegaard controls.
No, he can't. Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Yeah,
because
I feel like 6 months of coaching, I feel he would do that easy.
No.
6 months responsibility to do that. I think he can do it. I don't think again, Foden has had a responsibility to. You're going to be the guy. We're going to play the ball through 50 times a game, and you got to control the tempo. I don't think he's ever had that. So, yeah,
Foden's had the best manager in history coaching him for 4 seasons, and he hasn't improved. That he's not going to go anywhere and prosper. If you can't improve under Pep, then you're a bandoody bandit.
But yeah, let's round up the rest of these games. Newcastle 4, Crystal Palace 0.
Newcastle.
Yeah, shout out to
some of the goals.
Yeah.
That Jacob Murphy's first one.
Did he mean that?
I
think he meant it. I
thought that was a cross. I don't know.
Great goal. But the defending by Palace was just poor.
Yeah.
Gay. He had a nightmare.
Yeah. Newcastle, they rotated their team as well, and they managed to get this 4-0 victory. So that's a good look for them.
Newcastle at home, problem.
Big
Problem child.
Yeah, they are. Palace, boy, yeah. Bad day at the office. Next game, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2.
That was a game.
Wolves won in the end.
Another
Yeah, they
keeping
won.
error as well.
Yeah, these keepers passing out from the back, boy.
They're struggling, man. That's why he's struggling.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
Bournemouth sacked him. He came back with Wolves and went out there with a
Wolves
double.
are a good team. They got good
They are.
players.
They are.
Like Neto's cooking. Cunha.
Fam, Neto this season,
He's back. He's back.
he's back. He had a terrible ACL injury. I didn't think, most players, they don't really come
Recover.
back.
He's back.
He's back better.
He's better. He's better than he was before.
Yeah, he's better than when he was
He's
before in terms
crazy.
of production.
Neto is crazy.
He looks
Baller.
sharp, fast.
I think his partnership with Cunha,
Yeah.
like they work well off each other. And even that Korean guy, as people call him.
Wang.
Yeah, he was doing this thing, but I didn't like the simulation he did to get my man sent off.
Oh yeah. That was soft.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff.
He's smart. He baited him, like stepped to his face, and then he got him to headbutt him, and it just.
If it was
felt
barely
like
a head, but it was more like a little touch. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that in the game. But yeah,
Neto's got 6 assists in 9 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's cooking.
he's cooking. Hey, don't
probably
forget
never had
Dominic
6 assists.
Solanke. Remember I said that guy's a good striker. Don't forget, back again.
I like Solanke.
He's
He's a
good.
good striker.
He's good.
He's what you want your striker to look like.
Tall, athletic, strong.
Yeah.
Does the basics well.
Yeah, he's a good striker, man.
Mm.
That was a decent game.
Him and Hoyland.
Hoyland.
What's Hoyland saying though these days?
He's good.
Like I've been
Hoyland's
saying,
good.
he's feeding off scraps, man.
But yeah, Hoyland will never prosper if you got Rashidi and Anthony as your primary decision makers because they don't have no brain cells between them. So speak for him.
Yeah, man. Move to the next game. Brentford 3, Burnley 0.
Ooh. I'm telling you, Mbeumo, I like him.
Yeah. That goal.
That finish. I like Mbeumo. I like him. He's so good. Even the assist for the first one.
What did he
Good
do for the
assist.
assist?
Whistle.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah, that ball
that
through
cross
and
from
then
the right. Yeah.
like that was it Godos the
Oh,
third
that
goal.
goal.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was a great finish.
Crazy
It's
finish.
difficult. It's 3-0 is a conclusive victory, but yeah, for when you score 2 bangers like that, you kind of have to hold your hands up.
Yeah, that was some good goals, man.
Yeah, great goals.
Burnley in trouble.
Big trouble. Company boy.
They're in trouble, man.
What's gonna be known about Burnley? I'm sure when Arsenal play them, they're gonna get the act together. Together, stop defending for their lives. Now they want to be doing open football, but when they get to, I just know when they play Arsenal, gonna start parking the bus.
They tried us, man. They tried popping us, man. They were popping us, and then we ended up winning 1-0 by the grace of God.
Boy. But yeah, the last game on Saturday anyway. Nottingham Forest 2, Luton 2.
Yeah, that one I didn't see.
Shout out to Luton, man, for coming back.
They're showing some life, aren't they?
Yeah.
Was that 2 draws in 2 games, right?
Yeah, they're on form.
They're trying.
Yeah, they're trying, man. Elanga 2 assists.
Luton have won a game.
Yeah, they beat Everton.
Mad.
Yeah. They're not bottom.
No,
They might not be in the
they're
relegation
17th.
zone. Yeah, they're not even in the relegation zone.
Mad. Yeah, Sheffield United are rock bottom.
Yeah.
1 point.
So you never know.
You might go toe to toe, yeah.
We were life and death.
Bro.
5. It was DOD. Yo, we were struggling, bro.
Yeah, man. But if Luton can get some signings in January, they have a chance. Or and it depends how they do in this Christmas period as well. if they can do better than the teams below them, and then get some reinforcements in January, they got a chance. I'm rooting for them.
That's a hope.
Mm.
I think that's all the games, and then today's Villa versus West Ham.
Yeah.
That should be a good game. Any
Yeah.
predictions?
Villa at home. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Villa.
I'm going for West Ham.
They're good away from home.
Yeah, that counter attack. They're not.
Yeah.
David Moyes, part the bus and just counter.
I'm going for 3-1 Villa. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, that should be a good game. Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Sandro Tonali situation.
I'll start. Let me get, bruv. You see how racism works, yeah? That Paul Merson, that
They sang his name, you know.
no, like when my man, when Ivan the Gambler was doing his thing, it was bringing distributing to football. When Tonali's doing his thing, it's a disease. It's an illness. He needs help. It's a disease, bruv. Go suck your Bible. Go suck something, man. But it's not right, man. Like, if it's a disease, then show the same support for Ivan the Gambler who's ill with that same disease. Show that same treatment, same application to other people. It's crazy, and that's why AC Milan got rid of him. They knew you are gone.
Yeah, they definitely
knew you are gone because
100% knew.
Because
That's my
Tonali
whole
for 53 million, it never made sense because he's better than that. I thought Tonali would have gone for at least 100 million. So when it's on 53 million, that was when he's like, oh, there's something going on. And I need to credit United because we were linked with him, but we didn't sign him. So we must have finally done our due diligence. Finally done something right.
we just got lucky.
Yeah, boy. But even Nicolo Zaniolo, he's starting for Villa, but he's in trouble as well, isn't he?
No, it wasn't. Was it him? It was another player.
Did you hear about Fagoli, the player for Juve? When
No.
he told he was in the scandal as well. They were doing the betting thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's one that was telling on, man.
He's the one that telling, and he came off one match here, and he didn't have a good game, and he was crying, and everyone's wondering, the kid's just showing passion. He said, "No, I'm crying because of my gambling addiction." That's what he came out and said.
Right.
Yeah, because he probably lost a bet at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like did you see the paid in full memes about him?
No.
They did the Rico when Rico gets arrested. He's like, oh yeah, I ain't giving up no one from Queens, but them DC niggas. It was telling on Tonali and Zanioli and all them.
Nicoli Fugali, whatever his name is, claims Sandro Tonali introduced him to illegal betting sites as Juve midfielder reveals break your legs threat from debt collectors.
Right.
So it was that deep. Debt collectors wanted their money, but you don't play with the mafia in Italy.
AC Milan
crazy,
are laughing, fam.
Yeah.
AC Milan are laughing.
They knew.
To be fair to the Tony and Tonali situation, that's in Italy. I mean, like, you're not doing it here, and we don't have all the evidence for potentially the UK. And whereas in Tony, there was literally like 300 breaches, so way more evidence, and they probably had to show a harder line to Tony because they have all the evidence.
Yeah.
It's not even in the FA's jurisdiction.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, like as much as I say racism, Joey Barton, was it Joey Barton and someone else?
Yeah. Joey Barton.
They got suspended as well for gambling. So yeah, they took actions and it happened outside their jurisdiction. So they can't really say nothing about it because they weren't doing a madness in England. So what can you do about it? But yeah, as a footballer, why do you need to do this? Like, you get paid so much money and you're willing to risk everything just to go gamble. It's just greed and stupidity. Because if you get caught, you're going to lose your livelihood.
Yeah. It sounds like he got caught up with some mob shit, man.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he was crying when he came to Newcastle. Probably like happy that he's got away from the mob.
Bro.
It's just like It's stupid.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's sad for Newcastle, man. All they wanted to do is buy a good player and improve their team, and now they're caught up in this. Their player's probably going to
Nothing
be
will
out
come
for a
out of
bit.
them.
Yeah. But yeah,
What kind of happened to someone like Bruno Fernandes and Rashidi, man? Oh,
any other news? I've just seen this. I want to get your thoughts in it. I guess one news outlet asking the question, is Bellingham the best player in the world right now?
no.
Relax, he's not the best. He's
But right now,
horrendous.
who's a stand-up player in the world right now?
Mbappe.
Wait, pause. They're saying from a form perspective of this season alone. I heard what they're trying to say, but I don't think you can claim that if you don't watch the games and you just look at the stats. You can claim that, but I don't know if are Madrid even top of the league. They're not.
No,
So like
I've been saying, look at his play, his overall play.
yeah.
You know, his impact's top notch. For me, he's got the X factor about him.
Yeah.
His goals, production, impact, top notch. But his overall play needs to improve. And I'll keep saying it until it does.
Like it's hard to say he's the best player because there's no outstanding candidate right now. There's not
I think
Messi.
Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe is the overall best player in the game. Yeah. But I don't think they literally mean that overall best player in the game.
Yeah, maybe like on form, but then
On
if
form.
you're talking about form, you have to look at Musiala, man. He's so cold.
Yeah, Musiala didn't
But
see-
those headlines really come out because it's an English player, though.
Yeah.
So
Because there's that done in Germany. That black guy.
that striker.
Yeah, he's doing a madness.
for
Yeah.
who? Leverkusen,
Stuttgart. Is it Stuttgart?
Stuttgart,
Or
I
someone?
think
But
it
I
might be
don't
Leverkusen.
Victor Boniface.
No.
Who?
I forgot his name, but he's got like
Striker.
14 and 9.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let me.
What? Probably
Guarati.
Stuttgart
Seru
yeah.
Guarati.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he's in the madness right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Mbappe. Yeah, he must be the best player in the world right now.
Yeah. For me, he's the best. But yeah, man.
He's probably still Messi on one day, though. Just give him one day for the biggest prize. He's still Messi.
They say Messi's going to win the Ballon d'Or. That's
Of course.
That's nuts.
If the World Cup was this summer, you wouldn't be saying that. It's only because they moved the World Cup to winter. People are saying that. If it was a traditional World Cup year, he would have won the Ballon d'Or that year, right? It's only because it was in December and messed things up. They're not saying that.
He shouldn't have won the Ballon d'Or. No, or he shouldn't win it. You have to give it to Haaland.
No,
because of his contribution to a treble-winning side that team's never done it before.
Yeah, they never won the treble. He broke records, and then won the treble.
And won it. He has to win it, just on that alone. Or Mbappe, because Mbappe had the better World Cup than Messi. Messi won the thing, but Mbappe was moving mad.
Nah, he didn't have a better. No way. He did not have a better World Cup than Messi.
He had a better final than Messi.
Just
Yo,
about.
after the 80th minute, remember it was at yours, yeah?
Yes.
Fam, we were confessing. We were confessing, bro.
Yeah, but overall, Messi drove that team. Messi drove that team.
We were confessing. That second goal from Mbappe?
Madness.
Yo, your dad was about to cry. Like, no, he's about to take Messi's glory. We were confessing. Yo, that I've never been so rattled in my life. That game had me rattled.
That game was
couldn't believe
crazy.
what I was seeing. That was a crazy, crazy game. I think that's the best game I've seen in the last couple of years, you know.
Yeah.
That's the best game. That's the best game ever. It's the best game ever.
Mad game.
For the
Especially
stakes
World Cup
as well.
final.
For the stakes.
Yeah.
Mad.
But finals are usually stinkers.
Mm.
And that was.
Yo. That game gave me goosebumps. I was rattled. Messi stepped up. Mbappe stepped up. Like, nah. What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Mbappe is the best. One more thing about Bellingham. He's good, but people acting like they've never seen anything like this. For me, He reminds me of remember Julio Baptista?
Oh, respect Bellingham.
Arsenal's Baptista.
Respect
See,
Bellingham,
don't
please.
not Arsenal's Baptista when he was at Sevilla.
Sevilla's Baptista.
Oh nah, man.
Respect Bellingham though.
Think now.
Oh.
Let me land.
Baptista for that one season was quality, yes.
Let me land. The reason why I compared it to is because one, it's like they kind of had a free role. No one knew where both of them played. Were either a striker or they're a midfielder. Two, they're in a league where their physicality makes more of a difference.
Yeah.
And three, they were known for getting goals, all different types of goals. That's why I compared the two. But yeah, we'll see if Bellingham can continue this, and if he doesn't, I don't really. The goals are important, but for me, it's the play because you're not going to be able to keep up this goal record, and I don't
think
want people
Bellingham-
to start chatting shit when his goal
doesn't
production
score.
falls down.
Bellingham's a good player. The thing with him, yeah, I don't see what his outstanding attribute is, but he's got a good package. Like he does everything well, but there's nothing really outstanding to say. Wow, he's sick at this. He's sick at that.
For me, it's his intangibles.
Yeah, he's undeniable. Like he doesn't get denied. Like he just has sheer will to just get what he needs to do off.
Yeah,
Like, he just does enough to be effective.
It's intangibles, man. That
Yeah.
X factor. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Because I don't
coach
look
what
at
he
him
has.
and think he's the best technically, or he's the best
No.
passer, or he's the best
Nope.
shooter, or he's
But
got
look at
pace.
Foden. Foden technically is better than him, but
Yeah.
intangibles wise, Bellingham clears him.
Clears him.
So, and obviously that if you pair the intangibles with the physicality and just a little bit of technique,
You got belly. Yeah, exactly. You got.
You're clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and think about it, he's got a good frame and he can run. He's fast. He's physical in the duels. He's only 20 years old. It's actually mind-boggling.
Yeah. You know. It reminds me. You see, like Coutinho at Liverpool. Everyone but it's like the reverse. So Coutinho, because of his technical ability, everyone's like, "Raw, look at his technical ability." But when you put him in La Liga, everyone's like that.
Yeah.
Bellingham in the Prem, everyone's physical, but you put him in La Liga, he's like, "Oh my god, this guy's a monster."
Do you know who'd have been a monster in La Liga? Musa Dembele.
Yeah.
Bro, if he would have just
He's a
ran through
monster. Oh my
the whole
goodness.
league.
That's who I don't know. That's kind of the vibes I get Bellingham. I
Oh,
kind of
No, respect.
not
respect
Bellingham was
Dembele.
Bellingham was
Respect
more
Dembele.
techie.
Dembele.
Dembele, no, I mean Dembele is more techie. But I get that. That's who I think of when I see. But Dembele, yeah, I think he's the most underrated player I've ever seen. He was such a baller. He would destroy that league, you know. Dembele.
Yeah, he's like a player's player. All the
He would
players,
have cooked.
all the four players that talk about him, like they rave about him.
Yo, he was such a baller.
Yeah. He was a top player.
Wasted his career at Spurs. Boy.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else to add?
No. Nothing else. Thank God international football's over, man.
Yeah, man. Champions League this week. Got big games this week, so yeah.
Yeah, if we don't beat Copenhagen, then boy, we're out.
Wait, we're gonna hear that music.
I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it.
But yeah, man, that's that. Another episode of 245 Sports. Like, share, subscribe. And yeah, let us know who you think is better in the comments, Foden or Odegaard.
That's a crazy question, man.
And yeah, we're out.